down to the hardware store to see my old friend Bob. I said my roof it leaks, my rug's a mess, and my front door needs a new knob. I got squirrels in my attic, I got bats in my head. Well, Bob just leaned over the counter and he shook his head and said, "You need home repairs and solutions. Home repairs and solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house, they'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home repairs and solutions."
It's Friday, and it's time now for Home Repairs and Solutions here on KWTO with Mark and Mary. Brought to you by Spring Mountain Air Heating and Air Conditioning, your local Amana dealer. And now here are your hosts, Mary Pearson and Mark Withers. Good morning, guys.
Good morning, Dan.
Morning, Dan.
Nice to be here today.
Always look forward to Friday when we have Homes Repairs and Solutions.
That's right, a little bit rainy today. I guess the groundhog saw his shadow, so that means 6 more weeks of winter.
Yeah, I heard that.
But you know, if it's the winter like we've had, it won't be that bad.
No, this is great. I mean, hey, if I can get the bike out of the garage at least once every couple of weeks, I'm happy.
There you go.
Man, it's happened, a few times. And I would like to see a nice snow. So it just kind of, we need the nutrients and everything to just kind of seep into the ground. Need some water, need some moisture. But, man, I'm not complaining.
Me neither. I think we've been real fortunate this year. So 6 more weeks of this, I'm okay.
Sure.
Then bring on spring.
But, you guys being in the heating and air business, surely to goodness you'd like to see some sub-zero temperatures just for a week or two, so all those furnaces could break down and Nathan would have to go out and work 24 hours a day. Now, wouldn't you like that?
It wouldn't bother me if you had to work 24 hours a day.
I don't want to see sub-zero weather.
Period, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, as you can tell, one of the guests on our show today is Nathan Pearson. He's with Spring Mountain Air. And we also have Jeremy Atchley with Energy Wise.
Yep.
So we thought we'd bring in these two professionals today on the show to talk about energy savings and conservation and all types of things that a lot of people have on their mind here lately. So welcome to the show, guys. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. We've had Jeremy on before, and I've been trying to get him back on, but he's been pretty busy. So we just now got him back on the show.
He has. And through the show and me meeting Jeremy, we've actually started working with him on some of our new houses that we're building, showing us ways that we can save energy and build a more energy efficient home. And it's pretty amazing some of the stuff he's come up with, some of the stuff that we're doing that we thought was great that turned out it's not great. And Jeremy's showed us, what to do and to turn that around. So as of right now, I got 4 brand new houses being framed, and we're trying to do them the way Jeremy suggests we do them. And we're anxious to see what it does, because I think it's going to make a better home for us to put on the market out there to sell. So I really like what Jeremy's doing.
I know we've had positive response from that too. We refer him quite often, as often as we can to folks. And so why don't you just go ahead and start off the show for us today, Jeremy, and tell us what's new and what's going on in the energy efficient world.
Oh, another day. Well, right now we're making a big push on new construction. Seems to be kind of the way it's going. The market is definitely picking up a lot. And we're trying to trend everybody into going Energy Star. That's the new big thing. If a lot of builders can't make the jump to Energy Star, we're trying to get them close to it. Make a house more comfortable, more efficient for the homeowner. And like Mark's houses here, we've got about a 30% improvement from the way they were building to the way they are now. So that's a great return on investment for the homeowner right off the bat as soon as they get in the house.
When you're talking about Energy Star, that involves a lot of different things. Some people just think of appliances or maybe just a furnace or something like that. What all is incorporated in making an energy efficient home?
Well, Energy Star has a program for new homes where it's basically the entire building. Everything from the insulation to the way it's air sealed, the furnace, the refrigerators, washers, dryers, bath fans, whole house ventilation. It covers everything. They're even getting kind of particular on the way we do roofs now, where we're doing valleys, things like that.
Oh, really?
So it shows a total improvement on the entire home. It's the product they're wanting to sell is better than the average home that they're building.
And the new version is 3.0?
3.0. We're on revision number 5 already, and that just took effect January 1st. So there's lots of changes happening every day to it. As far as how tight your ductwork needs to be, that's something that people don't realize. We put in a new system, they've got the ductwork in there. They lose a lot of that through the ductwork that's not installed properly. That's why we use people like Spring Mountain Air to come in, do the duct work. They seal that up tight. It meets the regulations with the EPA and Energy Star, and you're getting the best product for your money.
You know, we have been doing a lot of duct sealing and insulation here lately, and so in order to kind of promote this Energy Star type program and the things that we're trying to do with you and work together with you, Jeremy, on and give a good quality product to our clients and help them conserve on their energy bill, for the whole month of February, I haven't been able to say this on the show because this is our first February show, but if you call Spring Mountain Air, we're at 831-4036, and you want to have your ductwork looked at, you want it insulated, and you want it sealed up so it's still tight and stop all those air leakages and all those type of things. You set up with us to do that, and we will do your duct cleaning for half price. So we will take care of your entire duct system, get things sealed up, get it insulated, and get it all cleaned up, and you are going to have a much better system when we do that, and lower utility bills, and come spring you're going to be ready to rock and roll when you turn that air conditioner on, as far as your airflow and how it's going to make you feel more comfortable in your home. So that's something that we have put together, you know, in working with you and different things in the past, and things that we can do to help our clients as well.
Yeah, because a lot of times just putting in the equipment's not going to, take care of all their problems. And I probably 90% of the time we seal and insulate ductwork now when we replace equipment.
Yep, that's one of the things that we try to educate our clients on is your heating and air conditioning is an entire system. It's just not the furnace and the air conditioner, the heat pump, but you have a whole system that's connected to those items, and so all of that needs to be maintained and kept up properly so that you can get the most out of your investment. And so we're really excited to offer that to our clients this month. So if anyone's interested in doing that, be sure and give us a call.
We like high efficiency equipment. That's fantastic. Get that in a house. It helps, but comfort's the biggest issue. You want the people to be comfortable. You can put in a high efficiency furnace all day long, and people still can't be comfortable, and they don't know why. And that a lot of time it is the ductwork, and that's why you get you in there to seal the ductwork up, clean it up, and that makes all the difference in the world.
Well, then a lot of times I find too, this equipment's oversized or undersized so bad you just, they just can't be comfortable that way.
That does make a difference.
Makes a huge difference.
Mm-hmm. If the wrong equipment's put in to begin with, it really affects everything. And like you say, your comfort level, we all want to be comfortable. We want to save money, but we want to be comfortable in the same, same token.
Big misconception in the industry is people think, oh, bigger's better, and they want these big units in their house. They think, oh, that's going to hold up, and that's not true. We need the equipment properly sized for each house, for that application. That makes a big difference. It keeps the equipment from short cycling. You're going to get more bang for your buck that way.
When you say short cycling, maybe a lot of people don't know what that means. What do you mean when you say that it's short cycles?
That's when the equipment kicks on and off, on and off. We get a lot of that in air conditioning. People want the biggest air conditioner we have for a house, and it just doesn't work that way. You want to size it properly so it's taking moisture out of the air, the humidity, and all that. If your system's constantly kicking off and on, it's going to cost you a lot more in utilities, and you will not be comfortable in that house.
Well, because it's not going to take the humidity out.
Right.
So that's where air conditioning comes in. It actually removes the humidity out of your home, and that's what makes you comfortable or not comfortable if it's not taking it out. So those are lots of issues. Another thing that we do, like you said, every house is individually looked at. So when we're working with someone or a builder or someone who's going to build a custom home, one of the things that our company does is we look at the entire house. We don't just look at the square footage. It's, what type of insulation, how efficient are your windows, do you have a shaded backyard, do you have, a sunroom facing south. Well, you have to look at the entire home so that everything can be done properly for your particular situation. And so we like to work with people that do custom homes, builders that do customs, so that we can help their clients get the best system for their particular situation.
Right. Just like I had a friend of mine tell me one time, you can't just look at the hole in the donut. You have to look at the whole donut.
That's exactly
Makes sense,
right.
though. Yeah.
And if you just try to eat the whole of the donut, you're going to be hungry for a long time.
You're going to be hungry for a long time. That's right. Let's
Ozark's logic.
Yeah, there you go. Let's talk to Steve. Hold on. Go ahead, Steve.
Yeah. I went to the home show this weekend and looked it over pretty well. I was quite impressed. There's one thing I've noticed: homes in this region, this area. I've lived in a couple other parts of the country. And there's one thing they all do here is they put a 16-foot wide garage door in. Okay, and they have a 30 or 36 inch, usually front door or side door, from the garage in. The contractor or the builder who goes to an 18-foot door and at least a 40-inch door somewhere that goes into the house, to me, is going to be able to sell and move his homes better, because it's so tight when you have two vehicles inside a garage coming in those 16-foot wide garage doors. It doesn't cost, I asked a guy at the home show this weekend, he said it's about $200 more to have a garage door that's 2 feet wider. And believe me, over the life of the house, that $200, that extra wide door in there, is so much easier to open your doors. And if you do a 40-inch door instead of a 36-inch door, when you start bringing in these large appliances and things like that, you're not skinning up the sides of the walls and the appliance and your knuckles and things like that. The price difference is so minimal, and the gain is so much, for its comfort and this, user friendly and homeowner friendly things. I don't know why, for those two things, it's not done more. And the 9, if you have a single garage door, which I think is an 8, you can go to a 9, and it's not hardly any more than that.
Right.
So I don't know why the architects, maybe it's the architects around here, or they see every chance to save $200 here, is $100 here, but on these homes that are 2,500 square feet and larger, I think they really ought to go to an 18-foot garage door. It just saves so much dinging of your car and being able to get in and out with groceries and things like that.
Right. Well, that's a that's a good point. The wider door is nicer. The cost of the garage door is not all that much, like you say, a couple $100. Where us as builders, where it affects us more is making that opening where it will span and not sag. That's the big issue. When you go making that big of an opening, you have to do so much more to beef that header up and everything. Then depends if you're going to put stone or brick or what kind of material you're going to use above it. And it depends, too, on your load above it. If it's just roof load or if there's rooms up above, whatever. So that $200 can cost you several hundred more because of the fact of the opening, the way you have to build that. So that's an issue with a lot of builders right there. We do 9-foot doors on our small garage door because 9 foot's not an issue. You don't have an issue of span or weight. As far as the 40-inch door, I think that is great. Here's the problem with the 40-inch door. You get some door manufacturers to make a door that looks good, and then I think a lot more people would start going with that. Right now, we don't have very many options at all when it comes to a 40-inch entry door. They're very basic. You can get a steel door, but they're pretty plain. You can't put a big glass in a 40-inch door because it takes the door so big, then the door racks on you. So it takes some of the integrity away from that door. So it's really tough to get one. If a manufacturer would make a really nice entry door, I think a lot more people would start using them.
Well, in a recession, the manufacturer who has the foresight to see, the trend, upcoming trends, and knows how to market with them. I think there's an opening for something that needs to be filled. And because I won't say who delivered my last appliances, but we had to pull the door off.
Sure,
we're that tight.
Yeah,
and I really think if there were more 40-inch doors out there, some of the appliances probably get bigger too.
They just build appliances bigger, but no, that is a very good point, and I would love to see. I like the wider doors myself. It's just that everybody wants a real fancy, pretty door, and you just can't get them, and so that's a big problem on that. So.
Okay, thank you very much,
Steve. Appreciate the call.
If you've noticed around here lately, it seems to be the new trend in the Springfield area is the 3-car garage.
Yeah.
You've got the
A
2-car
lot
and
of
then
three-
the 9-foot beside it, and that seems to really be taking off. So that's helping all the problem. And they are getting taller because most of us drive big SUVs now. Got to squeeze them in there. And so it's made a lot of changes in the way we're building.
Yep, it has. And there is some nice options out there on garage doors right now. I know we deal with Renner over here is who we buy all of our garage doors for our new homes. And I was over there one day, and they were showing me the different options that you can get in garage doors. And wow, I mean, there's some really nice doors that's available. Really dress up your home. It's amazing what a new garage door will do to dress up the front of your house.
And you can get them insulated. Get a
Oh,
nice
yes.
insulated unit. And
Yep.
keep your garage halfway warm.
Yep. There you go.
And you can put heating and air in your garage too, because we've done that too. Because we have one in ours.
I've
Sure.
seen Jeremy's garage door. It might be time for a new one.
I actually called someone yesterday, if it makes you feel any better.
862-9977, 1-800-375-0056. If you want to give us a call, it's a free call for no matter where you are. We would love to hear from you.
Yep, that's right. While you're sitting there sipping on your last cup of coffee for today, just
That's
give us a
right.
call,
Give us
and
a call.
we'll talk to you about whatever you think you want to talk about. So
That's right.
got a couple experts here, so
Yes, we do, and also I like to hear from folks that did get to go to the home show. I didn't get to,
I
and
didn't either.
so it's always interesting to hear of new things that people see
Sure.
down there, and so give us a call, no matter whatever you want to talk about, or if you want to learn how to make your home more energy efficient. These are the guys that can do it right here. So.
I know one thing I get a lot when I go out to a house to do a estimate or a bid on a new system. People, I think, want to go green. They might not, believe in all the green stuff or the environmental stuff, but they're trying to lessen their impact. And that's, then I'll give them Jeremy's number, and he can actually do the whole house audit. I mean, I don't know how many projects we've worked on together, but a bunch.
Over 200. So.
Yeah, several. And he goes in and tells them what they can do to actually seal, and then, of course, do the heat and air options that I have, and everybody's been real happy with it.
We work great it's like a system. If I can get in there first and show them what they need, and we can do the air sealing on the home, make the house a tighter house, more well insulated house. Then you can come in and you can actually make that equipment a little bit smaller than what you're going to put in the first place. You're saving a little bit of money there, and then it's a lot more efficient.
Mm-hmm.
and there's still rebates available for people on the heating and air conditioning side. So we have those available for people who want to upgrade or increase the efficiencies of their units, so we can help them with the rebates. I don't know, are there any other, I don't know what all rebates are available since we just do it the heating and air side, but are there other rebates for people that are doing upgrades to their homes?
There are some rebates available. City Utilities has quite a few going on. There's some for the audit. There's some for air sealing, things like that. Empire Electric has a program going on that will take care of part of the audit for that and some of the retrofits for the home. So if people just give me a call, tell me where they live, I'm more than happy to find all the rebates we can for them. It's kind of a service we offer with existing home audits. We go through and find you all the money we can first, see where you're at, and you kind of know what you're going to be paying and what you're eligible to get back.
Something else you do on your audits is if someone has a budget in mind that they want to spend, they want to improve their home, and they have, I don't know, $3,000 to spend or something like that, and maybe they don't need a new furnace or a new air conditioner. Maybe they did that last year or something, but they're still having some issues with their home. You can come in and do the audit for them and point out specific areas where they can use that $3,000 to get the most benefit. Is that right?
When we run the report through the software, it's going to prioritize everything for you. It's going to do it on simple payback and savings to investment ratio. That way we know what's the most bang for your buck. Start at the top and work your way down. So if you know you've got $3,000 you want to spend on your house, we'll start with number one, see where it's at, and then work our way down from there. That way you're getting the biggest impact first.
See, and I think that's important because a lot of times, if you don't know, and if you have several things you need to do and you have a limited amount of money, it's like, well, what should I do first? Or what's the most
Right.
important thing for me to do? Or where is the best place to put my money? And people are very conscientious about that. They want to make sure that whatever money they spend is going to benefit them. So I think having someone come out and do an audit for you and can show you where you can benefit from that is going to be definitely a benefit to the homeowner. That way they're not spending money on something where they could have put it in another area and been better off. So that's something that we always tell folks when we refer them to Jeremy, that he can help them with their whatever their budget restrictions are, and he will help them get their best return on their investment. And we do the same thing when we come out and talk to someone. When Nathan comes out and does an estimate for someone, then he can give them their options and show them and tell them what the best system is for their particular situation.
Right.
And so when you're dealing with someone, I think it's important to get that type of information.
Absolutely.
I'm
Very important.
real picky about where our money goes for sure, because you want to make sure that you're spending it in the proper way. And
Like all of us, money's harder to come by these days, and
it seems to be,
it
doesn't
has been a few years ago. So we want to put it where it's going to best do the work for us.
Yeah.
And that's no matter whether you're it's in your home or your stocks and everything else. I mean, you want to invest your money right, and what better way to invest your money than in your home and making it more energy efficient to save you money to get your return down the road. So.
Going back to, I wanted to talk a little bit more about this duct sealing and insulating. And sometimes some people, I'll have someone call the office and say, well, I hear you talking about this. How do I know if that's something that I might need?
Mm-hmm.
And some of the ways a homeowner can maybe know if they could benefit from us coming out and doing that for them is that if they have high utility bills, obviously, that could be a clue. Another thing, if you have rooms that are difficult to heat or cool, it might be that the duct going to that particular room is damaged or has a hole in it or has come down. We see that quite often. It's come loose. Or if you have stuffy rooms that never seem to feel comfortable. So if you have any of those type of issues, it could be a ductwork issue. So you could give us a call. We do free estimates. So we can come out, take a look at it, see if that is indeed the situation you're having. Some people might have a ductwork issue, but they think they're having an equipment issue.
Right.
And so you don't want to think my air conditioner's not working or whatever and then get an air conditioning bid if that's not the problem. So what Nathan does when he comes out and when he checks a system or does maintenance or is giving you an estimate to replace the system, he always looks at the ductwork. Because like we said, I know instance we had, I can't believe, I didn't bring it up before now, but I think it was last year sometime, and you'll probably remember, Nathan, but these people had a new furnace put in by another company and was having all kinds of issues. And so they called us because the company that put it in couldn't ever seem to call them back. That happens quite often, so we've been told from some of our
I hear
clients.
that all the time.
And we do hear that a lot. They put it in and they'll never call me back now. So Nathan went out there because they thought something was wrong with their new furnace. No, their ductwork was laying on the ground. So the people
Wow.
put in a furnace, never looked at the ductwork.
Never looked at the ductwork.
So I don't know if they need a new furnace or not. It might have just been a ductwork issue.
Wow.
So you really need to make sure that when you're dealing with those type of issues that you call a professional, that you call someone that you can trust that's going to come out and look at your entire system, because you might be spending money on something that is not necessary.
That's right.
And not fixing the actual problem.
Very well
So,
could be. Yeah.
So that's things that we see and that we hear from our clients, so
Well, how many times especially in an older home, over the years, you may have had some plumbers underneath there. Cable guys or stuff are the worst. And not saying nothing bad about them, but hey,
Bug guys.
they're under there to do their job. They don't pay any attention to what they may bump on the way
or
out.
knock something loose.
So over a few years, the different people, crawling around under there and stuff, there is a very good possibility that you either got damaged ductwork laying on the ground, it's just come loose. They may see it, they may kind of push it back up there and go on. And, then
But it's not
right
sealed.
back down. No, it's
Yeah.
not sealed or anything else. So it's very important to have that inspected. So it's time for a break.
It is. Dan's giving us the we need to take a break sign. So thanks for being with us this morning, and we'll be right back at you.
This is the Wall Street Journal Report. I'm Jennifer Kashinka. An unexpectedly positive report from the Labor Department. 243,000 jobs were added in January, while the unemployment rate edged down to 8.3%. J.P. Morgan Chase senior economist Robert Mellman says many sectors contributed to the report.
And you're seeing the good growth in the cyclically sensitive industries like manufacturing, where employment was up 50,000 in January, which is very strong for that sector.
Another report shows the service sector, which includes everything from restaurants to real estate, expanded at a faster rate in January, and factory orders rose 1.1% in December. All that good news boosting Wall Street. Dow Industrials up 142 at 12,847. The Nasdaq's up 40. The S&P 500 up 17. While we may not know who the Super Bowl MVP will be, we do know he's going to Disney World. What's he going to do there? Today's Journal polled past winners and discovered that Space Mountain was their favorite Disney ride, followed by the Tower of Terror. This is the Wall Street Journal Report.
Looking for a better way to grow your business? Our Regions Cash Core Analysis can help uncover ways to optimize your cash flow and improve your bottom line. It's all part of the better business banking experience we're building just for you. So, If you're ready for a bank with the insight and guidance to help grow your business, switch to Regions. Drop by a branch or visit regions.com/yourbusiness today. Regions. It's time to expect more. Regions Bank, member FDIC.
My daughter swims like she's part fish, but when she developed asthma, I worried she wouldn't be able to do the things she loves. There were lots of specialists, lots of advice. Without United Healthcare, I couldn't keep track of it all. United Healthcare has tools to help her pediatrician coordinate her care, so everyone works as a team.
We're more than 78,000 people looking out for 70 million Americans. That's health in numbers. United Healthcare.
Now we both breathe easier.
Here's news on the Ozarks News Network. Springfield City Council is now one step closer to picking a person to fill the Zone 1 seat left vacant by the resignation of Nick Ibarra. 7 candidates for the seat have made their presentations to council. Each council member will pick their 4 favorites. A tally by the city clerk will narrow the field to 3. A construction company from Branson West is being charged with defrauding Joplin tornado victims. The Missouri Attorney General says ABP Quality Construction, owned by E. Brian Sides, received tens of thousands of dollars for materials and didn't deliver the goods and quit working before jobs were done. And a prisoner at the Federal Medical Center in Springfield is due back in court Monday in California. Jared Lochner is charged with a shooting incident last year in Arizona that killed 6 people and wounded several others, including Congresswoman Gabrielle Giffords. For the Ozarks News Network, I'm Arlen Summers.
We will see rain at times along the thunderstorm, otherwise overcast and windy today into tonight. High of 56 as we wrap up the work week, a low tonight 49. Clouds giving way to some sunshine and breezy as we start the weekend tomorrow, high 58, a low tomorrow night 35. Rather cloudy, and it will be cooler for Sunday, high 48. Partly sunny as you head back to work on Monday, high of 50. I'm AccuWeather's Jason Lord.
Castrol Edge, the official motor oil sponsor of the NFL, knows you have the strength to perform. So when you buy 5 quarts of Castrol Edge or any other Castrol product, you'll get an official NFL hat for the team of your choice free by mail. Yeah, any team. Even if your team went 2-14 this season, you're still a fan. And right now at Advance Auto Parts, a 5+ quarts jug of Castrol GTX conventional motor oil and filter are just $20.99. At Advance, we don't do anything just part way. We go full throttle. We don't just sell you oil. No, we work hard to bring you great deals on oil. So if someone tries to tell you Advance doesn't have a great deal, well, get your team doctor to give him an examination. Because he's on another planet, man. Buy 5 quarts of Castrol Edge or any Castrol product and get an official NFL hat valued at $25 free. Service is our best part. See store for details.
This is Jim James. The choice of an attorney is too important to make based solely on advertising. You've seen or heard this at the end of all lawyer advertising, but it's true. If you want to learn more about making the right choice, or just want to let me know what you think about our civil court system, our juries, or judges, tune in to Legally Speaking with Jim James, every other Tuesday, alternating with the Ferris Mortgage Hour at 2 p.m., right after Rush on KWTO AM 560, the talk of the Ozarks.
Now if you've got a problem and you don't know what to do, your siding's going bad and you're plagued with green mildew. Well, your faucets, they all drip and your sinks are all clogged up too. Well, there's no need to worry. I'll tell you what you can do. Just call Home Repairs and Solutions. Home Repairs and Solutions. They'll fix your windows, they'll fix your house. They'll even tell you how to get rid of a mouse. Home Repairs and Solutions.
You're listening to Home Repairs and Solutions here on KWTO with Mark and Mary. Brought to you by Spring Mountain Air, Heating and Air Conditioner, your local Amanda dealer. And now once again, the second half of the show, Mary Person and Mark Withers and their guests for today.
And welcome back, everyone. It's good to have you back with us today.
Good to be back.
It's always good to have Mark
That's right.
stick around for the second half of the show. You never know.
Wouldn't miss it.
I'm always worried on the sunny days he's going to run off and jump on that Harley and be gone, but he
Well,
sticks here with me usually, so.
It's tempting, Mary, but, I wouldn't do that to you.
Well, I do appreciate that.
You know,
I do.
I was talking to a lady that one of our faithful listeners of the program, very nice gal, and she said, I really like listening to you and Mary. And I said, well, thank you. I appreciate that. She said, yous go together just like Buck and Roy. And anybody that ever grew up like I did watching Hee Haw, you know who Buck and Roy is. So I thought that was a compliment.
I do, yeah.
Or Lester and Earl.
Lester and Earl.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we're a team. I can't run off on you.
That's right. Then I'd just be either whatever one's left. I don't know which one I'd be, but I'd be the one that was left, I guess.
You'd be the one that's left. That's right.
Well, we're talking to Nathan Pearson today with Spring Mountain Air and Jeremy Ashley of Energy Wise. And in talking about all this energy conservation stuff, and there's lots of information out there, and I've kind of done some research on the internet and stuff, and you can just find all kinds of stuff on going green and energy this and energy that, and it can be a little confusing, or it is to me.
Yes.
So one of the questions I had for the gentleman today or on the show is, as a consumer, you're out and you're in the market to buy a home, and you're looking at new houses, and they are being advertised as Energy Star, energy compliant, energy efficient, green, all this kind of stuff. What exactly does that mean, and how do you know as a consumer, how do you know what you're getting? Is there something that they need to look for that says that, yes, this has really passed all of the tests and the audits and all that? Or how does the consumer know they're getting what the builder or whoever is selling them homes say they're getting?
Well, if you're buying an Energy Star rated home, when you go into the home, a good way to look is go to the breaker box, open it up, and there'll be a blue sticker in there that says this is an Energy Star rated home. It'd have the HERS score listed on it, who rated the house, the date it was rated. The builder will have an Energy Star certificate he'll give you that list which version of Energy Star it was rated under. It'd be 2.0, 2.5, 3.0, or whatnot. There'll be a HERS rating certificate there that shows the scale, what your house was rated, how many homes it's better than. The HERS scale is basically a 100 to 0 scale. The lower the number, the better. We take 100 as an average home, and anything below that, you're just getting that much better than the average home. Generally, we want them to be 80 or lower. The majority of the new homes we're doing now that are customs, we get them in the low 50s. That's fantastic.
That's really good. I mean, that's amazing. And how, what is the biggest factor in reaching that 50 rating?
It's everything. It's the whole building as a system. We're looking at everything from insulation to appliances to just everything, you name it. Right now, we're even looking at bath fans, whole house ventilation, things like that. Everything ties together and it goes into the software, and that's what determines that score on the base house of the same size. That's not an Energy Star home.
So, when you're working with a builder building a new home, and they are in the process of building this home, then sometime during this building process, you actually come out and do an inspection or an audit, or how does all this come together?
As soon as the insulation's installed, we come out and we do an insulation inspection on the home, make sure it's grade 1, 2, or 3. It has to be grade 1 to be an Energy Star house. So we'll walk through the house, take lots of pictures, document everything, check out the ductwork at that time, make sure it's all mastic, sealed, the boots are sealed, insulated. Then after the home's completed, I come back again and I'll run the diagnostic test on the house, make sure the air sealing was done properly, and kind of go from there. Then we put it all in the software and score the house.
Okay, so if you're in the market for a home and it's being advertised as an energy efficient home, Energy Star, whatever, there's some things you should look for. And then there's a certificate that is given to the builder, I'm assuming.
Right.
And then that in turn is left with the homeowner when they purchase the home?
That's correct. Hand that off to them so they know that it's documented, that it's an Energy Star home, and they know what they bought.
There you go. Because sometimes you don't always know.
It's about like when you say you go buy a new refrigerator tomorrow and you're shopping for them, you'll see some of them have that little blue Energy Star sticker on there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a very good product. That's the same way they're doing with the new houses that are Energy Star houses. So it's basically like putting that little blue sticker on a house.
So you're talking about there's a different scale for this though. So if you're building a home and you have a budget in mind and say maybe you can't get to the 50 level, but you want to get to the 85 level or whatever, then you can assist them with the best way to do that.
Right, we can still do a HERS rating on the house. We come out and do the same steps. We still inspect the home. And that's where we like to be involved in the planning stage, just to kind of guide you along. Let's do this, this, and this. We'll project what the house is going to look like. Get that done, then we get you the HERS score and know where that's at. So you'll still, have something to give to the homeowner saying, hey, here's what we score compared to a normal house, and you'll have some documentation of that.
So it really doesn't matter your budget. There are things you can do that can help if you're building a new home to save energy.
That's right.
And make it more efficient than the average home of the size that you're building. So that's something that I think is pretty neat. We've been doing heating and air for a long time, and this wasn't always the case where we had someone that would come out and do audits and different things like that to help the homeowner make good decisions when they're building their home. Something that we've run into in the past is a lot of times the builder chooses the heating and air system. And so they might build a home and they'll choose the heating and air system for that home, and then they might build a custom next to it. Neighbors talk.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So what happens is, and we tell our clients this a lot, if you are building your own home, you oftentimes spend a lot of time picking out all the pretty things in your home. You pick out the flooring and the countertops and the light fixtures and all this other time. And a lot of times the homeowner doesn't get involved with the heating and air part of their home. We really encourage you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
There are times when, like I said, we work with our custom builders real well, and oftentimes they'll have the homeowner come in, and we will visit with them about how they're going to use their home, different things like that, different aspects, how long they intend to stay in that home, and then we can custom design the heating and air system to not only keep them comfortable but to save them money. So that is something that you don't want to leave out of your home planning stage. And a lot of people, it's hard for them. If you're not in the business, I understand that it's difficult to decide which is the best system for you, but that's where we can come in and help you make the proper decision, because we have had this happen in the past where we've had two homes side by side. One, we were involved with the homeowner, helped them get the right system for their situation. The other one, we were not. The builder made the decision, and then they're talking, and the builder decision home is more expensive than the people that we actually got to help put the proper system in.
Right.
Because oftentimes, builders are in a budget too.
Sure.
So it's, they're not going to just do the best of everything, because then they wouldn't be able to afford to sell the home. But if you are the person that is having the home built for you, then you have the opportunity to make some of those decisions, and you're going to be happier doing that than leaving some things just to chance.
Sure.
That's one of the good things about Energy Star version 3 is the heating and air contractors have to be accredited with the ACCA, and it's basically like a housing quality person that's making sure that the heating and air contractors know what they're doing. And with the new forms and everything we have to fill out, the heating and air contractor has to do all the manual J, D, and M tests to make sure everything's sized properly for the home and works right. And then I come back in after it's said and done and double check all that calculations and double check all the work and make sure it's right. So you're getting a good quality product. The equipment was sized right, the right stuff was put in, and you're getting what you pay for.
And we have that accreditation.
That is right.
Yes, we do. We got that right at the first of the year, I believe.
Yeah.
So Spring Mountain Area is we do have that accreditation for someone who's looking to build that type of home. You do have to get the proper contractors in there, or you're going to have a lot of problems trying to meet those
Jeremy's
qualifications.
going to have a lot of problems with that.
Yeah.
Trying to explain to the builder why he didn't get Energy Star that he thought he was getting because he used the wrong contractor. So.
Yeah. So there's really quite a bit involved anymore with trying to build a certain specified home or to reach a certain accreditation. So if you are in the market to do that, and we're seeing more and more people are wanting to do that. They're building a home, they're building their dream home, maybe they want to live there, for the next 15, 20 years or something. That's where Jeremy can come in and really help you spend your money wisely and not make some mistakes that's going to cost you later, like not putting in proper heating and air, not putting in proper insulation, all that type of thing. So if you're going to, a home is usually someone's most expensive asset.
Right.
So use a good certified energy auditor like Jeremy, and make sure that the money you spend is going to make you happy, comfortable, and you're going to get the rewards of that.
Jeremy probably ought to give out his number.
Yeah, we haven't done that today, Jeremy.
Absolutely.
Well, sure, I can do that. My number is 417-893-8941, or you can go to the website. That's energywisemissouri.com. And if you have any questions there, there's a little form you can fill out and send me an email from there, and I'll be glad to help you.
Now, you cover a pretty wide area for audits.
I'll go anywhere. So.
Okay, you might get some interesting phone calls from this show, Jeremy, if you're
Yep.
going to go anywhere.
We've been up by the Iowa border, been into Arkansas, Oklahoma. We're pretty wide range of where we'll go.
He does cover he does cover a wider range than Spring Mountain Air does. But if you have any questions about what area we can cover, you can always just give us a call. We have people do that. We did have some people call us from Eureka Springs one time for a service call. That wasn't real practical for us or them, so we weren't able to help them. But
Sure.
There's a lot of people though that we can't help. They think they might not be in our service area. Just give us a call, and we'll let you know if you're in our service area. We try to take care of a pretty good expansive area, about 45 miles from
Yeah.
Springfield, is where we kind of try to stay, because that way we can make it most affordable for our client. If
Sure.
we're traveling 200
Well,
miles down the road.
We even did a job in Stockton with Jeremy. So.
That's right.
Yeah, we did. So
Well, one thing about you guys too is you are extremely strong on backing all of your stuff up on service, and it makes it more convenient for you if there is
Sure.
a problem. You can be there in a short time. Unlike
Correct.
the folks in Eureka Springs, if there was a problem, they called you. Well, you can't just run down there if it's
No.
20,
Sure.
20 degrees outside, and it's just more convenient for everybody.
Well, and that's one of the things that we do. We don't just install the equipment. We actually
You
service after
exactly.
the sale. And so we want to be able to do that in a timely manner and
Yeah.
be able to assist our clients when they need us and not have
Right.
to make them wait
Sure.
3 or 4 days on a service call. So
Yep. And speaking of calls, 862-9977, 1-800-375-0056. We have a few minutes left in the show. We'd love to hear from you. If you have a question for Jeremy, Nathan, Mary, or myself, we'd love to talk to you. Talk about anything, whatever you want to talk about. I do have a question for you, Nathan.
Okay.
This has intrigued me for several years. We were in St. Louis this past weekend, actually in the St. Charles area. But I always look, there's so much building that's going on up there. I mean, there's subdivisions all over every hillside. But one thing I have noticed that they do up there that we don't do here, and I've always wondered why, is our unit on the outside of the house. It is actually on brackets mounted up off the ground.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of that in big cities.
You know, I never figured that out, because to me that would be so much more convenient for the repair guy to service that.
Yeah.
Keeps everything up so the dogs don't chew on it. It keeps us from getting grass and everything in the unit, clogging it up. Why don't we do that here?
Well, I don't know why we don't do that. I know a reason kind of why they do it there, because they bolt it down so it can't walk off.
Well,
like
that's true. That'd be yeah.
And we had a
It's
lot
a
of that
theft
happen
issue.
this summer. So
Uh-huh.
I mean, we had a bunch of units
Yeah.
stolen this summer. People were getting the copper out, and they'll
Sure. Yeah.
costing people thousands of dollars, and for $50 worth of scrap, maybe they were getting
Yeah.
out of it. So
But it looks to me like that would be, to me, more energy efficient. You're getting air circulation all
better
around
air
the unit.
circulation, you bet.
And you're keeping all the yard debris and everything out of it. You're keeping, from
weed
damaging
eater
it
out
with
of
your
it.
weed eater
Yeah.
and stuff. I don't know. That's just always intrigued me why we never. That's
Yeah,
never caught on around
I don't
here.
know. That'd be a question for Dad.
Yeah.
He might know a little better. So
We'll have to ask him.
that's true. I've noticed those up there in that area too, but I never really
Yeah.
gave it that.
They-
Well, I actually thought, now why would you bolt that to the wall of your house? But yeah, they do that.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
But I would say it might be a theft issue for sure.
well, I know part of it's a theft issue.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
So because what do they usually put it on rebar, build it like a cage, and then.
Well, this
I
is
know
actually
they
like
bolt it.
I call it a huge version of a shelf bracket.
Yeah.
It comes out from the wall like that,
Right.
And sets on top of it. And yeah, I've just always wondered that, because I thought, man, that is such a great idea. Why don't we do that here?
Yeah. So I do know part of it's because theft. They actually
Mm-hmm.
bolt those units to those brackets.
It's
So it
amazing.
takes you another 30 seconds to steal it.
Well, you got
Yeah.
You have to work to steal it.
Yeah, you have to work a little harder to steal it.
Our units, it's especially on a new house, it always happens. You got the yard work in and everything. That's new dirt. It's not compacted, and
It's gonna settle.
It's going to settle before long. Your unit's sitting out there. It's tilting, or slides around on the pad. This, that, and the other. And then, no doubt, if you got any animals and it's in the backyard, they're going to chew the insulation off
Yeah.
the copper and this and chew the wires off and
Chew
everything
the low
else.
voltage up. Yep,
Yep.
that's a.
Yeah, that's yeah.
We do have
Do a lot
dogs
of
do
those
that.
service calls
Yeah.
every summer for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just one of them little things that I just never figured out why it didn't catch on around here.
Well, we're not always the
We
the
might
first
have
one
to
out of the
start a
chute.
trend here.
There you go. I just thought of another question. We get this quite a bit. I just had this happen the other day, and when we put in high efficiency equipment for some of our clients, then we get a form from their insurance company want us to verify that we've installed it and put in because they get a discount on their insurance. Do they get additional discounts if they do like the Energy Star house? How does that affect their insurance? Do you have any idea? Because I know that there are discounts for different types of things in your home. But I didn't know, so if you have an Energy Star home that gets the blue sticker and qualifies for all this stuff, I'll have to ask my insurance guy that, I guess.
So
But do you know anything about that?
I don't know. That's a good question. It's something to look into. I know there's lots of energy efficient mortgages and things like that available for people, but I'm not sure about that. I'll look into it.
I think I will too. I think I'll ask my my insurance agent and ask him if that makes a substantial difference or reduction in their insurance costs, because insurance can add quite a bit to your home.
Oh yeah.
If you have a 30-year mortgage and you're paying your insurance month and all that, that can put a pretty good chunk on top of your monthly payment. So, but here lately, I know several of the clients that we've had. We've put high efficiency 95% furnaces or 16 SEER units and stuff in. Then we mention that, and then pretty soon, their insurance company's faxing us a form, because we do, as the installer, we do have to fill that out and verify that that was installed in their home. And we're happy to do that for clients, and that's not a problem. We fax it back, and then they get that insurance discount.
When you put in a 95 plus furnace and units like that, it takes away such a health and safety risk that people had with the old 80%
Right,
stuff. There's
right.
such a risk of backdrafting and carbon monoxide coming back in the house, and problems with the flu. That makes a big difference.
Well, they're doing away with all the 80% efficient furnaces. They signed the bills, I think, March?
Of 2013.
Yeah.
Is it March or May or something like that?
Something like that,
2013.
yeah.
So, after that point, is it manufacturers can no longer manufacture
Well, it's
them,
in
or-
Missouri. Each state's different, but Missouri's passing that where you can't have an 80% efficient furnace anymore.
That's good.
It
That's
is good.
really good.
It is
Yeah.
good,
So they'll have to be 90 or above, correct?
Correct.
And if you do 90 or above, then you do, not only do you reduce your utility bill, but you do get a break on your insurance. I'm not sure. It probably depends on the agent and the company you're with as to the percentage of discount. But that's something else that when you're looking at replacing a unit, you have to look at. You can't just look at the cost of replacing the unit. You have to look at the energy savings, the insurance reduction, the rebates. There's a lot involved when you get ready to replace your furnace or air conditioner, and those things that we can help you with.
That's right. And thanks to the old nice World Wide Web here, I
That's
just
right.
punched this up, and there is some insurance companies are giving discounts to homeowners who choose to build or upgrade their homes to
Going green.
Yep, going green, and they something about a carbon footprint. It's less of a carbon footprint. And this makes sense. I never thought about this, but it says that of course the homes depend less on fossil fuels for their heat and air conditioning, but usually the equipment is better. It breaks down less, and so the insurance companies are giving discounts for that. Using
Sure.
the better equipment and more efficient equipment. So
Sure.
yeah.
So if you've done something like that lately and you haven't called your insurance company, you might get on
Call
your
'em.
agent.
Golly,
because there should
you know.
be some discounts available to you
Yep.
for doing that.
Yeah.
More efficient insurance bill. So.
There you go. We got about 3 minutes left.
Wow.
So this show went quick.
Boy, it did.
So what do you got going on? So who's going to win the Super Bowl? Are you a football fan?
I am not a huge football fan. I watch it for the commercials, and I like to eat, so it's a good excuse. I really don't care either way.
I just hope the best team wins.
The best team. That's right. That's right.
Very
So
political.
Whoever that is.
Yeah. So, but this weekend, it's just going to be kind of work around the house and the Super Bowl. We're having a little Super Bowl party Sunday, and that's going to be it for this weekend. Next weekend is going to be fun for me because I am I'm a roadie next weekend.
Yes, you are.
Matter of fact, the bus is supposed to come here at the radio station
Oh,
next
my
Friday
goodness.
and pick me up as soon as
How
I get off the
exciting.
air. And then we're going out on a 3-day tour. My buddy Gene Reasoner with his group White River. This will be the first time in like 20-some years that they've toured. And so we're going to tour around the state and just have a big time next weekend.
Well, we're going to be doing a Super Bowl party. We're going to go to some friend's house Sunday, so I'm excited. It's always a fun time. A bunch of us always get
Oh,
together
yeah.
and And sometimes we kind of watch the game, but mostly we just visit and have a good time and
that's the
eat.
fun of
Eat
it,
really
yeah.
good food.
Oh, yes.
So that's always a good time. And,
Yes, it is.
So do you have a favorite football team?
I do when they are not in the Super Bowl.
So you don't care who wins, do you?
I'm going to have to pull for the Patriots.
Okay.
That's probably me too.
That's all right.
If I'm gonna have to pull for one, it's probably gonna be the Patriots.
That'll work.
Can't be a Giants fan.
Yeah.
There you go. Why don't you give out your information one more time, Jeremy, in case people weren't ready the last time? So if they need an energy audit, have a question about energy efficiency, just want to talk to you about if there's anything available in their area, how they get a hold of you.
Hey, feel free to give me a call at 893-8941. Check us out on the web, energywisemissouri.com. Either way works. I'll be more than happy to help you, explain stuff to you, find some rebates for you, all that fun stuff.
Okay. Or if you have any question about your heating and air conditioning, your ductwork, you want to get it insulated, want to know if you need to get it insulated, you can give us a call at Spring Mountain Air. That number is 831-4036. Or you can find us on the web at www.springmountainair.com. We just did our website. It's really user-friendly, easy to navigate. We're still updating it. One thing I want to mention is we record our home repairs and solutions shows, and I now have the ability to upload those. They're on YouTube, and they're on our website as well.
Cool.
So if you've missed a show, or if there's something that you want to go back and maybe listen to again because you missed something, you can find it either on YouTube or you can find it on springmountainair.com.
There you go.
Looks like we're out of time, so I guess
We
that's it
are.
for this week.
We are. It's the fastest hour of the week, no doubt. So.
It is.
Yeah.
Thanks for listening, everyone, and we hope to see you back next week.
Yep. This Home Repairs and Solutions heard every Friday from 10 to 11 right here on AM 560 KWTO.